Hello my gorgeous Capricorn, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and of course it's for you, my gorgeous, my precious, my ever so powerful Capricorn, and it's for March 2019. It looks like that this month is going to be very interesting because it's going to be slightly different indeed. You are going to have a little bit of like a murky waters happening at the beginning of this month indeed, especially for the first week. In the first week, it is going to be your ultimate test. Ultimate test you are going to have, my beautiful Capricorns, this month, and this is going to be just like probably the biggest stepping point that it was kind of manifested for you, that it did manifest for you in the last 24 months. This week, the very first week in March 2019, it is going to be an ultimate test, and it is going to happen in such a way where you are going to find yourself being the part of something quite unusual. Not really unusual, something like mysterious or something like that, but it is going to be like an unusual situation that you're going to have to deal with, but you're not really going to like it. It is going to be like a bit of a challenging situation indeed. Like for example, if you're working, then you can just kind of expect like a little bit of like a certain frustration, and it's just like basically you're just going to be under like some kind of a test. So you're going to be challenged without you even realizing. So all what you need to do, my babies, all what you need to do is basically just to make sure that you are giving 100%, just to make sure that you just kind of rise above any negative situations or something like that. And if you do sense some kind of negativity and things like that, just remember that you are actually going to rise above it. And by rising above it, you don't actually use this negative energy, and you don't actually kind of allow yourself to get in contact or get in touch with like a low vibration people, low vibration energy, which is what exactly this case is actually going to be. Basically, the bottom line is that your number is number 3 this month. In numerology, very significant, very powerful. But when it comes to this particular situation, it means that there is going to be a really powerful conclusion that is actually going to happen from this. What I need to say to you is basically just remember, okay? The 5th of November. No, I'm joking, no. Remember, God! No, remember basically just don't jump into any conclusions. Do not jump into any conclusions, my beautiful Capricorn, especially in the very first 7 days of March 2019. After that, it's going to be completely different energy. After that, it's going to be completely different dimension. After that, it's just going to be completely different feeling in the air. And your spiritual journey is going to change because it's going to be on the second stage, on the next stage indeed. But this week, just make sure that you don't jump into any conclusion. Don't rush into any decisions as well. Try to keep things like anything. If you are kind of made like, oh no, you need to make a big decision like in the first week of March, do not do it. The 8th day, the very 8th day of March, it's actually going to be absolutely fantastic. And the 8th day of March, it is going to be the beginning of the new dimension. This is how you need to see it. And on the 8th of March also, as you can just picture in your mind, just a beautiful spiritual door are going to be waiting for you, surrounded by all the beauty, surrounded by all the beautiful energy, and surrounded by the fact, you know, that this door are going to be very, very special, and this is going to be the start or an entry basically into your own special dimension. So after the 8th of March, everything is going to change. But the very first 7 days of March, try not to jump into any conclusions, because you are also, I'm like little Black Lala today, because I'm also going to try to let you know, Black Lala, also going to try to let you know that there is going to be like a certain realization that you are going to have, and sadly there is going to be the certain hidden enemy that is just going to show themselves, show their face. But this is really important. I know I don't want to sound all negative or bad or something like that. I'm saying that this is going to be an interesting week, but this very first week of March, you need to do this, you need to go through these things. It is not about you not jumping into conclusions only necessarily. It is not only you basically just try to rise above any situation that is negative, that makes you feel really bad, that gives you bad feeling in your stomach. It's not only about that, but it's also about a certain hidden enemy that you are going to realize. But this is really important. This is not somebody who's your friend. This is not somebody who you really love. This is not somebody who you really like. This is just somebody that you know, and somebody that is around you, that is surrounding you every now and then. Now, this little hidden enemy that you're actually going to realize is going to be really good for you, and it is also going to like kind of have a direct impact on your actual direct impact on your actual frustrations, the certain things that were frustrating you because of the certain people. Number 3 also means that there is the bottom line is that this month is actually going to be really healing. This month is going to be really powerful. It is only about the first week, okay? This month is going to be very healing. This month is going to be very powerful. This month is going to be very significant. This month is also going to be very significant when it comes to you and certain social relationships. You are going to connect and reconnect with the real people in your life. With the real people in your life, when I say this, those people whom you share like a spiritual journey. Those people who you didn't see maybe in the last like 20 years or something. And then, you know, every time when you see these people, you always feel the same. You don't really have to see people like a 15, 20, 30 years or whatever. And then when you see each other, it's always exactly the same. These are the real people. These are the real friends. These are the real people that whom we share our spiritual journey. So I'm talking about this type of reconnections, this type of connections, my beautiful Capricorn, indeed. And also it is going to be a very powerful month where you're going to be able to heal other people with your touch, and also healing months in general. Healing months in general, and the big problem is coming to an end, okay? So very, very powerful months when it comes to like those ailments, you know, that you didn't like sicknesses or something like that, those ailments that you didn't see any improvements, you know, in a long time. Now this is the month where you're going to be able to see like a rather wonderful unfoldment. So the energy levels are going to be beautiful, 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 because this is going to be the time of awakening. Your eyes are going to be wide open, and you're going to like it. You like this time of the year. You're just going to really rediscover and discover yourself again, which is brilliant. So when it comes to health, you know, your energy levels are going to be absolutely fantastic indeed. But what I was going to say actually, that the only thing that is going to be like a little bit sensitive when it comes to your health, it's actually going to be dry hands. Your hands are going to be really, really dry, which means that's just dry to like your skin in general can be quite dry as well, but especially your hands. So this is just basically just a sign that you're gonna need to like kind of like just make sure. It's what I always say: avoid chemicals, stay away from the chemicals. Try to use like a natural shower gels, like a natural shampoos as well. And also when you use like a creams, try to use like a natural creams. You know, it's gonna need lots of moisturizing throughout the month, so you're just gonna need like some quite like a natural organic cream if possible, and that's gonna help you quite a lot. Now, my beautiful, gorgeous Capricorn, I'm going to start with the first date that you should pay attention to. And the first date, it's actually going to be on the 4th of March. On the 4th of March, it's going to be quite a good day, because you're going to realize that there is going to be rather nice materialistic gain that you're going to have, that you're going to get. This is going to be like a little bit surprise you, but it's going to be quite good, because most certainly something else is going to be available for you on this day, and you're just going to kind of attach yourself to the certain thought that is just going to become very significant later on, and that particular thought that you're going to attach yourself to on this particular day, it's a lot going to have with your own future planning, okay? So this is going to be very important, because at the same time there is the motivation from someone going to be very significant, and this motivation is beautiful, this motivation is powerful, this motivation is really, really strong, because this type of motivations just gives us wings. You know, with this type of motivations we are able to fly, which means that the right person is just going to manifest around you on this day, and there is the motivation going to come through, which is just going to reflect on you really beautiful. And that in itself is just going to be a very, very important day, because by the end of that day, on 4th of March, there is a really interesting and very powerful idea going to be on your mind. And even if you're not realizing this, even if you didn't realize this, just like kind of through the night you will be receiving your messages, and by the time it happens like the 5th of March, which is also going to be important, very important indeed. So the 5th of March, just watch what's the very first thing on your mind in the morning, okay? Watch what's the very first not that no, watch sorry, I'm just joking. But no, seriously, the 5th of March is going to be really important, because the 5th of March is going to be like kind of reveal what is the very first thing on your morning morning, and and that particular thing, that's the very first thing on your mind. It's something that you need to pay attention to, something that is going to grow into something really big, very powerful, and very special indeed. Okay, the third important date. So we've got like 4 important dates now. So we've got a 4th of March, now we've got a 5th of March, and now this is the 16th of March. Now the 16th of March is just a really powerful reunion. When it comes to your relationships and socially, this is going to be a really important day to you, because there is going to be a really important reunion here, and that reunion is just going to be so important to you, because it's just going to make you feel really good. It's going to make your life like a perfect, basically, and it's all about a certain recognition, almost as if you are going to have and feel a certain honor, which means that you are going to be reconnecting with the really, really beautiful and nice people in your life. And this is so important, and it's also very important realization that on this day, if you do wish to like reconnect with people that you haven't seen in a long time, then you can just go for it on this day, because this day is going to be magical. And also there is going to be the news that you are going to have on the same day, which is the 16th of March, and this is going to be really good, and it's just going to be about a certain admiration from other. You're going to feel really proud about yourself, proud about your achievements, and other people are going to be proud of you. And almost this is going to be the great time to actually try to to prove something to someone, almost as if it's like you will want to like kind of let someone know how well you're doing, which is absolutely nothing wrong with this. And it's all a lot to do with actually you being recognized. Finally, this is going to be the day when you're going to be recognized when it comes to your work, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances, in those areas where you want to be recognized. Very important for those of you that are looking for work to kind of keep going, but just to keep on applying for this little bit of extra work, extra jobs like on the 16th of March, because this is going to be your time indeed. Okay, the third important date that I want to let you know, my beautiful Capricorns, is actually going to be on the 29th of March. On the 29th of March, just be like a little bit careful, because there is somebody who is going to be like a little bit dishonest around you, and there is somebody who is going to be around you who is not really good influence, and this person is draining your energy. This person is not good, this person is very tricky, and somebody is going to try to trick you into something. So be really, really careful indeed. So the 29th of March is also going to be the day when that's an extra day when I need you not to do any negotiations, when I need you not to do anything really big, when I need you not to do anything really important. Any other day it's going to be absolutely fine, apart from the first week of March and the 29th of March. I just need you to kind of like stay away, because there is going to be somebody who's going to try to trick you into something. There may be even a couple of people. Sorry, I don't mean to like say all negative or something like that. No. I'm just like letting you know to stay away from bad people, from negative people and things like that. The bottom line is that you can just like a kind of just pay attention to what's going on. If you can't help and you need to do something big, you need to buy something big on this particular day indeed. But I'm just letting you know to be careful. There's a little snake hidden in the grass. On another hand, what I really like about these dates, actually by the end of the day, there is going to be a wonderful, beautiful realization that you are going to have, and it's all about your own personal accomplishment. This is a very, very important date indeed. I know I said be very careful about certain people around you. That's fine, because you are going to be. But by the time we get to the end of this day, 29th of March, this is just going to be a very, very significant time for you indeed. And also there is some certain accomplishment that you are going to have, but that you're going to realize that you had, and it's all about your personal well-being and things like that, and you're going to reach the certain stage that is going to be very important, and something is going to start here. And there is going to be a really powerful beginning that you are going to have, and there is going to be the direct connection with the actual 11th of December 2019. 11th of December 2019, it is going to be the direct continuation of what is going on now. Whichever seeds you plant on this particular day, whatever you start on this particular day, you're basically going to kind of actually your seeds are going to actually be very, very significant later on. Okay, and it's just what it is. It's just basically, it is just like a certain things. When I say that whichever seeds you're planting on this day, it's all about your thoughts. It is not about planting your seeds like of course like literally, but it's all about your thoughts, all about your thinking. I said, like, don't start something big, don't start something new, because there may be some deception, like in the morning I said, so be really, really careful. But when I said whatever you start on this day, it is about you thinking, it is about you preparing, it is about you mentally focusing, mentally planting seeds, not dealing with people physically, not dealing with people literally, not dealing with people face to face. It is all about doing it mentally. So whichever seeds you're planting there, mentally you are going to prepare for something, mentally you're about to go through the certain door, and and this is just going to be the beginning. And as the time goes by the time we get to the December, you will see that this is 11th of December 2019. It is going to be very, very powerful when it comes to this. You may not even know what you're subconsciously thinking, but you will see. Just watch this space. Okay, so now every time when we are focusing on something like that, and every time when we are dealing with a certain people at the same time that could actually be negative, and every time when we are focusing on things, and every time when we are planning things, especially when it comes to our career, finances and things like that, like the new stages, it's absolutely super essential to have a tiger's eye. You see this beautiful tiger's eye comes with sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this in is a description. Sorry, the link to buy this is in the description below. Okay, and I highly recommend to take a tiger's eye, because it's a brilliant to protect you against all sorts of negative energy, against evil eye. By the same time, it makes you really spiritual. At the same time, it helps you to recognize those special messages, and at the same time, it's very good to attract like a wealth and things like that. So this is absolutely something that you should really have. Okay, so now going on the actual very first part of March 2019, it is just basically you need to you will be dealing with a situation that is just going to be a little bit powerless situation for you, because you're going to have to realize that you're going to need to cut something out of your life. And this is going to be really important, because this is just going to be so connected to your future planning and on to the next stage. But you're going to realize a big realization that if you don't cut this out of your life, you're not going to be able to move on. And this is all connected to the certain powerless situation, and also it's just connected to the stage of your life where you're going to realize that it's time to actually move on. This is really important time, because it's all going to be about you being indecisive. But this is going to be really good, because indecisiveness is actually going to bring something completely different. You're going to be thinking about a couple of things at the same time, couple of new choices, but the choice that you're going to be going for by the end of this month is just going to be completely different, but it's just going to come out of these two indecisive choices that you actually had. And that in itself is just going to bring you the whole new balance. It's absolutely wonderful, because something is going to become really crystal clear to you. A certain thoughts, a certain feelings, certain emotions that you had that you couldn't explain about a certain stage in your life is going to become really, really crystal clear here, because there is a whole new focus going to come through, and your intuition is going to be like ooh la la, like really all around the place, which is going to help you to shift so much and look and check and examine the whole situation from a whole different angle, not one but five. And that in itself is going to be absolutely amazing time for you indeed. By the time we get to the mid part of March 2019, my gorgeous Capricornios, it's just that you will really want to expand yourself and change things when it comes to your immediate environment. It is all going to be about your luxury, culminations, and you will want to do things for yourself. You want to reward yourself, and you will want to do something completely different, which is absolutely brilliant. And now, what I said at the situation that you will abandon something, that you're going to need to cut out something in your life. Now, this is going to be the second stage of it. It's all about your own recognition, and there is going to be another thing that you're going to realize about this changing your life. It's all about cutting certain things out, a couple of things that you're going to change, but there's so many things that are going to come and happen in place of that, in space of that, which is absolutely brilliant. And there is a fantastic recognition. I'm so happy for you. Very important time. If you're working for somebody else, like for example, your manager, boss, you know that they're going to come to you, and you're going to realize a fantastic recognition. This is fantastic, because you're going to feel really good. You're going to feel proud of yourself. Other people are going to feel proud of you, and that is just going to be so good for your energy indeed. If you're a self-employed, this is going to be the time when you're going to be really mid-March is going to be oh my goodness, you're going to be so busy. But there there is also something really important going to happen through somebody else. If you are retired, for example, this time is also brilliant because there's a whole new stage about to reveal here for you, and you're going to be really happy because something is going to become available to you that it hasn't been available before, but it's the result of your direct work, what you have been focusing on in a really long time. And if you are looking for a job and you don't have a job, just keep going, my babies, keep going as much as you can, because the whole March you need to go for it, because it's going to be very important for you when it comes to these things. You see, on the second stage and second levels are going to become evident here. So there is something very special going to come here, and at the same time you're going to like it. It's going to become very attractive indeed, but it's all about you feeling free, and it's all about you feeling good about it. And also the freedom, the feeling of freedom is just going to unlock so many opportunities for you. It's hard for me to explain now, but you will see once you become the part of this dimension, once you become the part of this energy, the things are going to feel slightly different. The March is going to feel slightly different, but most certainly the mid-March is going to bring you huge, massive, incredible financial opportunity. Financial opportunity. It is not only about spirituality, going on the next stage, going on the next level, but it is a lot about your spirituality, your spiritual journey, your completion, and a new start, because this is going to be very, very important time for you. A massive, beautiful financial opportunity, which is also going to give you so much to actually look forward to. I can see a really beautiful change of energy here in the best possible way, because the whole new intuition is going to come, but it's going to come from you being very, very committed to the certain task, which means that something is just going to come through and give you the whole new motivation, and you're going to like it indeed. It's almost like the time of rebirth, my babies. Okay, by the time we get to the last part of March 2019, there is a very interesting, not interesting, I wouldn't use the word interesting, but there is a very quite strange decision that you're going to need to make, that you're going to worry a little bit, because you're not going to be too sure what is going to be kind of behind a certain wall, if you know what I mean. But it's going to be absolutely fine. All you need to remember is at the end of the month, if you lose a little bit of confidence with anything, just remember to be assertive, and do not lose your power, or do not let yourself be distracted, because there's going to be a little situation that is just going to be a little bit too much at the end of the month, so you may be a little bit distracted, but I just tell you, it's going to be absolutely fine. All you need to do is just be assertive, okay? And also the last part of month, the last part of month is what is going to happen, very powerful acceptance that you are going to have. The most important thing this month that is actually going to happen to you, it's going to be again at the end of the month, when there is a certain acceptance going to happen. Once you have a certain acceptance, and it's a lot to do with your current situation, it's a lot to do with the next stage in your life, but it's a lot to do with you doing a big change, something that you know is due, something that you want to do in a really long time, but it requires lots of changes. It is all about going on to the next stage, next level, realizing this by actually having an acceptance about your future planning, which is just going to be it. This is going to be the moment. This is going to be really important. This is going to be really powerful, and that is all about your own victory and mental clarity. This is so important indeed. In the situations like this, it's really important to have a black tourmaline. Please get this and wear this throughout March and April. Black tourmaline, this comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link is in the description below, because of course you will buy this from my shop, and I really want you to buy this and have this throughout March and April, because I need you to protect yourself against all sorts of negative energy. On one hand, you protect yourself. Black tourmaline is one of the most powerful crystals that you can actually use, but at the same time it's really good for the grounding, and it just makes you even more psychic, and it doesn't mess with your third psychic eye. In fact, it enhances your third psychic eye, so you are able to receive all these beautiful spiritual messages that you can receive throughout the month, but at the same time you protect yourself against negativity and negative people. So black tourmaline is something that I highly suggest, my babies. So now I'm going to shuffle Where are we? Okay, I'm going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to connect to those of you Capricorns that are in relationship, okay? So it's for those of you Capricorn that are in relationship, and it's for March 2019. I'm putting your energy here. So it's those of you that are in relationship. Okay, those of you that are in relationship, and it's for March 2019. Oh. Okay, this is really, really good indeed. Oh my goodness, what a month for the relationships. This is amazing. This is unbelievable. It's a really, well, there you go. It's a really, really good month for the relationships. Very significant, and it looks like you see that it's going to be a couple of things that are going to be very significant. Something is coming to an end. A certain stage is coming to an end, but when it comes to your partner, when it comes to what they do, when it comes to what they were focusing on, and something is going to come to an end, and most certainly the whole new prospect is going to come through. The whole new hope is going to come through. Something completely, the whole new stage is going to become available to your partner. It looks like your partner must have been affected, that they've affected your both relationships when it comes to like their planning, their future planning, or certain things about their finances and things like that. But this is actually going to be really, really good, because now, first of all, what is going to happen, there's going to be the realization that your partner is going to have, there's going to be this continuous of certain effort, which means that a certain stage in your partner's spiritual journey came to an end, but at the same time, basically there is something really powerful that is going to become available, and that is going to be the new prospect that is going to have a wonderful impact on both of you. So this is going to be a really wonderful beginning, actually, an enlightening experience for your relationship. It looks like the big problem is actually going to come to an end as well. A certain issue that you might have had is going to be really good, and it's going to come to an end. And if there were any problems that you had that were unresolved, this is going to be absolutely the perfect time to actually talk about it or try to sort it out and things like that. This is a really, really good month, because there is something really important also going to happen when it comes to you two, and when it comes to your immediate future, and something that is going to be born this month, something that is going to start this month, something that is going to happen this month. There's so much going to be and do with your future planning. Very, very good indeed. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to those of you that are single. So Capricorn, my babies, those of you that are single, and this is for March 2019. Okay. Those of you that are single, and this is for March 2019, Capricorn. Ooh. Okay, well, this is it. You see, this is it. Capricorn that are single, this is going to be a very important month, because I know that socially this is going to be ooh la la. It's not as much as you like meeting new people, which you are. This is absolutely fine. You are going to be enjoying yourself like when it comes to that. But it's a lot to do like basically also when it comes to the actual meeting people and meeting relationships that means to you a lot. You know, relationships of people that means that you haven't seen in a really long time, that means to you the world, and things like that, of an existing relationships. But also there is, I'm afraid, going to be the situation when you are going to be like kind of like surrounded by the people that you haven't met before, that you haven't seen before, and there is somebody really, really interesting going to come forward. That particular person is gonna seem very nice, very good looking, very powerful, but it's just be really, really careful, because this is not going to be the right person. So it's just basically this is going to be the part of your spiritual experience. This is going to be the part of your spiritual journey. Whether you decide to be with this person or not, this is going to be entirely up to you, but it is just a realization that I'm seeing, that you will see and you will know that this is not somebody realistic. So somebody is going to kind of basically gonna sound and be like too good to be true. When you meet them, they will talk to you, and there's just something going to be so unrealistic about them. Something's going to be too good to be true, and like the way they are, because this person is like a little bit dishonest, this person is not really nice, this person is not really realistic, and this is not somebody who's thinking the right way. Their energy is not really good, but it's just like a kind of messed up, and because they look good, you know, they're like easily you can notice them. But just to tell you that this is not going to be the right person, and just like a step back from the situation. You can do whatever you want to do, but it's just something that you're going to realize through this situation. The universe is on purpose throwing this at you, so you can realize something really important important, something about your journey, something about your spirituality, and something about the next person that is going to enter your life. I know it sounds weird, but through this situation, you will rediscover yourself, you will discover yourself, and you will allow somebody else to walk into your life. But this is not going to be the right person for you, not at all. On another hand, it is going to be a great month for those of you that are single, because you will have lots of beautiful relationships, reconnections indeed, but also you will be focusing a lot on your home. You will spiritually be very strong, very powerful, and you will want to do certain edits and changes when it comes to your home environment and when it comes to your spirituality. So you are going to be busy, and this is not going to affect you as such. Okay, my beautiful, gorgeous, ever so powerful Capricorn, I love you to bits. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, love and light. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.